Viewers, official results of Ethiopian general election have been announced. Abiy Ahmed's Prosperity Party has won a landslide victory. 94% of the total seats on which election was held have been taken by Prosperity Party of PM Abiy Ahmed. Election was held for 436 seats, viewers, and Abiy Ahmed's party has won 410 seats. Opposition parties have been routed. Nama, Azima, Bhanoniga's Azima, all parties have been routed. Opposition parties have won just 11 seats, viewers. Prosperity Party has won in all the regions where election was held, in Amhara, in Oromia, in SNNPR, in Sidama, in Adir Diva, Addis Ababa, everywhere Prosperity Party has won an overwhelming majority. In Oromia, viewers, PP has won 167 seats. And just 3 other candidates have won their seats. So, election was held on, I think, 170 seats. So, Oromia's seats have played a key role. Almost 40% of Abiy's seats have come from Oromia. In Oromia, 2 main parties boycotted these elections. Oromo Federalist Congress of Bakle Garba and Oromo Liberation Front of Daud Ibsa boycotted these elections. I had raised some questions when OFC and OLF had announced the boycott of these elections. Now you see, what did the 2 parties get out of the boycott of these elections? Abiy's party contested there unopposed and they won almost all seats in Oromia. What did the 2 parties, OFC and OLF, get out of this boycott? Now they are announcing a transitional government in Oromia. They are political parties. They should have been in the political arena. They have lost the political space that they could have gained through these elections. They could have given a tough time to PP in Oromia, but they decided to boycott elections. Viewers, what next? Important question is, what will Abiy's party do now? Of course, Abiy will be nominated as the next Prime Minister. He'll have another term for the next 4 years. What will he do in his next term? Will he step up, crack down against opposition politicians? What about the political future of Jawar Muhammad, Bakle Garba, Daud Ibsa, Hamza Burana? Oromia leaders are behind the bars. Will they come out of prison or not? What will happen in Tigray? Will we see some talks with TPLF or not? Abiy is in a strong position now, viewers. He has won a landslide victory. He does not need any party to form government, viewers. Before election, it was being said that Abiy's party might have to form a coalition with Azima of Bhanoniga. But now he does not need any party. His party has won more than 2/3 majority, so he can easily form the government, viewers. And he can take some very bold steps as well in terms of passing laws, because he has all the majority now. So he can make big decisions as well. Important question is, what will he decide? What will be the future course of his governance in coming days? Abiy is in a strong position now. Firstly, he has won this election. Secondly, he is filling the dam. He has the support of almost all Ethiopians when it comes to filling the dam. Egypt, Sudan, they tried to stop Ethiopia from starting the second filling of GERD. They threatened of military action. They went to UN Security Council. They signed some security agreements. They conducted military drills. They sent letters to African countries. They tried to mobilize African Union. They tried to mobilize Arab League. They did their best. They could not stop Prime Minister of Ethiopia Abiy Ahmed from starting the second filling of GERD. Then Abiy Ahmed's main rival, TPLF, has been restricted to Tigray. TPLF is fighting for the control of Western Tigray. Tigray is under a lockdown, not a lockdown, it's under a blockade, it's under a siege. On all sides, there are those forces which support PM Abiy Ahmed's party. TPLF is badly in need of a corridor with Sudan. All rivals of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed are fighting for their survival, but he has won a landslide victory. What about international community? Well, though the US raised some questions about these elections, but international community will not outrightly reject these election results. German ambassador to Ethiopia was a part of the ceremony which was held to announce today's elections, and he delivered a speech as well. Though European Union did not send election observers to monitor June 21st elections, and German ambassador said he praised in fact NEBE, National Election Board of Ethiopia, though he called for inclusive political dialogue. So Abiy might offer political dialogue. He has offered a ceasefire as well to TPLF. But the way this ceasefire has been offered, it's almost impossible for TPLF to accept this ceasefire, because TPLF-led government is under siege. So Abiy might offer such an inclusive dialogue to opposition parties now. But Abiy is now in a strong position, viewers. International community cannot outrightly reject these elections. What about African countries? African countries have been backing Ethiopian government since the start of Tigray war. No country in Africa is going to reject these election results. African Union sent its election observers to Ethiopia. So at least in Africa, everyone will recognize him as the next Prime Minister of Ethiopia if he is nominated by his party for this slot. Western countries, US will also accept these election results, but they will keep on putting pressure upon Ethiopian government to start some sort of dialogue with political parties, opposition parties, and some leaders who are behind the bars. But overall, a big win for PM Abiy Ahmed. It could be a turning point for Ethiopia if PM Abiy Ahmed shows humility, if he shows large-heartedness, and he decides to start a new phase of Ethiopian politics. He has won elections, he can release political prisoners, he can go for a genuine ceasefire in Tigray, he can start talks with TPLF, with OFC, with OLF, and all of them can work on a joint roadmap for the progress and prosperity of Ethiopia. But will Abiy Ahmed do all these things or not? We'll see in the coming days. Thank you for watching.